Yo, what's going on, guys? I said I'd do it in the video yesterday that got 10 views. So, to those people, they knew this was coming. This is the certified Everdark tier list. Now, this is a tier list with ads. Oh, they're not showing. Let's go. Okay, but obviously, these are just the regular boss icons, but this is an Everdark tier list. So yeah, the Balancers Everdark came out like 2 days ago. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the last one. So we're going to rank every single Everdark. We're going to go down the line, man. The OG, the guy who just came out, or the guy who came out first, man. By the way, disclaimer, this is the official tier list. This is sponsored by Bandai Namco. This is the official tier list. The criteria isn't on relics or anything that the Everdark bosses give you. This is just purely based on the fight itself, not dude, I don't give a damn about how atmospheric the fight is. Oh my gosh, bro. The fight is so atmospheric, bro. No, we're talking about, are you going to do this one again? Do you actually feel like doing this one again? We're holding biases aside. You know what I mean? I'm not giving Everdark Caligo a bias, even though I love, or the original. So, we're being super unbiased. We're tackling this issue. Let's get it. Number one, gaping jaw. This is so funny because this boss, when it first came out, I remember I played it the night of. I thought this was one of the most BS fights of all time, but looking back on it now, it actually is quite good. I thoroughly enjoyed this one, and with the Everdark Balancers, there's actually 3 Everdarks that are out right now. This guy is one of them, again, and I played it earlier today, and I had a really good time. This is a pretty damn good fight. It's just one of those things where you do have to get used to the fight a little bit to really appreciate it. Now, I will put this into perspective. There are a few of these that I have only done once. Let me. There's only one of these that I have done a singular time, okay? And I think you know which one that is. But yeah, Gaping Jaw is a good fight, period, and the Everdark is really fun. This is a really cool Everdark, you know, the whole tornado thing. There are some things that you do need to know about prior to not get totally cucked, right? And not just get wrecked by the tornado and just have it kill you in one hit. So if you're playing on trios or something like that, that can happen to you, or like your team is a little split up, and then you just straight up die for no reason because he spawns the tornado in a certain location and you're like across the map, so you're just dead. Or like you're in a weird spot where like you spawn in the tornado and you can't really get out and you're still just taking damage and you die. But other than that, if those kind of things don't go wrong, which is kind of rare now, they might have fixed a little bit of that because when I played and nothing really wrong happened, I grinded up on solo. But yeah, even in Depth of Night, I didn't have too much of a problem with this guy when I did Depth of Night up to Depth 5. I think I got him in Depth 4, and that was like, you know, like a couple months ago by now, and it still really wasn't all that bad. Um, he's a pretty fair fight. Just vocal cues, sound cues. Jeez, dude. I don't have a speech impediment, bro. What am I saying, bro? I said vocal cues. Hey, Sopranos. You know Sopranos? Cues. You're a cool sound. Maron. Okay. I got that out of my system. Kind of. Next. Who came out next? I'm pretty sure the next one was the goat. It was literally the goat or the horse. It is Everdark Dark Drift Knight. I mean, it's kind of I like to have different takes on this channel. I like to go against the grain a lot of the time. But you know, I have to go with the grain. I have to go with the popular opinion. I got to put on. Trying to think of like a popular cult. I'm putting on my Drake. I'm putting on my rap playlist. I'm going with the popular opinion, man. Yo, Kendrick, bro. Kendrick, man. To Pimp a Butterfly, bro. Um, my dumb takes here. My very not dumb takes. I'm sorry. I yap. By the way, I yap in my videos. This is a great fight. I don't need to explain it that much. If you're watching this video, you probably play Nightreign, and this boss has been out for a while. You've probably fought in this boss. So I'm not going to really give too much of my own opinion on this boss. You probably already have a good opinion of it anyway. If you don't really like this boss, I don't know why. It's honestly weird because it is easier, in my opinion, than the original Dark Drift Knight. So whenever I want to fight Dark Drift Knight, I just wait for the Everdark to come out, because it honestly is a little bit easier. Um, But yeah. And up next, I'm pretty sure this one came next. And yeah, it's the Sentient Pest, man. This is the worst one by far. Literally, none of the other ones come this close to being that bad. I will give that spoiler. This is the most god awful Everdark I've ever seen. It's not fun. One of the names of the enemies is Fart. That's how you know this is bad. One of the enemies is named Fartus. Stone Shield, whatever the hell. Fart, okay? That's all you need to know. This whole battle is a fart. It's so stupid. Um, have a fun time in Depth of Night. I'm not gonna lie. I play solo Depth of Night. Whenever I see Sentient Pest, I back out. I don't. Hey, is that cheating? Maybe a little bit. I just back out. Whenever I see, I'm not playing. I play Libra, Everdark Libra, in Depth of Night. I'm not playing this guy. I'm not playing this fight ever again in my life. Okay, unless the ladies need help with this fight. Even then, I'm I'm weighing the odds, man. I'm really weighing the odds. This fight sucks. Okay, it's not fun. It takes a while. It's just annoying as hell. Because no matter how good you think you are, even if I'm playing the Duchess and I'm doing the double dodge, I'm spamming double dodge, I'm still getting hit by some bull crap. And that's kind of stuff pisses me off about a lot of these bosses. It's getting hit by bull crap. Um, let's move on. I'm pretty sure who came up next was Everdark Augur, who honestly I like, but this fight sucks because you are forced to use one thing. That, in my opinion, is not fun. There is no variety in terms of fighting this boss. I said nobody. Let me make a new tier. How do you, F? Here, I'll make F tier. Make that. We'll make it black. Do bruh. What the hell? No, dude. Oh my god. No, that's supposed to be D. Bro, you guys probably think I'm a retard. Okay, so we're putting the Sentient Pest in F tier. We're gonna put Augur in D tier. This fight sucks because again, you're just forced to use a certain play style. Like there's no variety in this fight. You have to use the Storm Ruler Ash of War. The fight also is just really annoying. The bubbles are super stupid. Um, the music is great. I love the music in this fight. It's pretty cool. He looks really cool too. It's not that bad. That's the thing. That's the only reason it's not going in F tier. It really just isn't all that bad of a fight. Um, it's still one of those things in Depth of Night. It's really annoying. I hesitate to just click off, and I'm gonna keep it real. Sometimes I just do. I just don't feel like it. And other times I'll be like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. It's not so bad, but it's just another one of those ones I'm not gonna talk too much about. Again, we're not talking about relics or anything, because if we're talking about relics, I think, it's weird, because Sentient Pest has, like, probably, in my opinion, the best relic. Everdark relic, well, except for the one that just came out recently, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, let's move on. And who came out next was Everdark Libra. This fight is you could take it either way, man. It's one of those. I'm like going for each tier, dude. Because the next one I'm gonna put in the C tier. Okay, I don't. No, screw it. No. See, I'm not biased. I'm not conforming to the list. Okay, I'm putting it where I think it should be going. This fight's okay. This fight is not as bad as you may think. Talk to me in the comments. I'll respond to you. We'll talk about it. I think Everdark Libra is not that bad. Now, in multiplayer, this fight does suck. Duos, trios, this fight's more annoying. Unless you're playing Iron Eye. If you're playing Iron Eye, I'll play trios, duos, whatever for Everdark Libra. I don't care. Solo, I'll play anybody. But if I'm playing against this boss on duos or trios, I have to play Iron Eye or else I'm gonna get pissed off. And then I will say this fight is retarded. The thing about this fight is that it just takes a while. You know that you just kind of have to run around for a lot of the time and wait for him to do like Incite a Riot, something like that, or Preach Madness to where you can actually go in. It it is an interesting fight though. It is. You have to admit, as annoying as it can be, it is pretty fun, and it does get you pretty excited. The music's pretty dope. Everything about it's pretty dope. other than like the annoying aspect of like playing on multiplayer. Because again, if you're just playing on solo, this fight really is not that bad. It's very manageable, and so that's all I'll say about that. Moving on to my favorite boss ever, not the Everdark version, but my favorite boss. They butchered this boss, in my opinion. Um, nah, bro. I think it's I again. I'm not biased. I'm not gonna be biased about it. I glazed the hell out of original base game Fissure in the Fog fight. I think Caligo is my favorite boss. Not in FromSoft history, maybe in FromSoft history. Oh, what is this ad? I'll give you guys a little sneak peek on the ad situation here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, get yourself a Samsung Galaxy for Christmas, man. Whoa, whoa, dude, Galaxy AI, bro. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? Um, Everdark Caligo. This fight sucks, dude. Um, can we talk about how all of these bosses have a ground blast attack and how annoying that is? Just because there's no variety in that. Literally, dude. I was kind of making like a just like a general analysis. Now that I'm looking at it, every single one of these bosses does something where they do something to the ground glows for a little bit, and then it explodes. Fool Core, he does the freaking yellow ground thing. Granted, that's a lot easier to dodge than the rest of the escaping jaw bites the ground and explodes. Libra, he pulls the ground upward. Madness. Um, Caligo has the ground explosion, like two of them. Also has that stupid, annoying bubble that you have to run away from. Um, Augur does that thing with the eyeball laser beam, then the ground explodes. Sentient Pest, the ground explodes with the red stomp thing. Freaking Tricephalos does the same thing, makes the ground explode. Even the bouncers do the same thing, just a ground explosion. Can we not do that for any? If there's gonna be any new bosses in this game, can we not do ground explosion nonsense? I just think it's one of the most lazy, stupid things out of all these bosses. It's so annoying. They're not really that hard to dodge or anything. It's just like, dude, every single boss does it. And it's like, come on, bro. But anyway, getting back to the topic at hand, Caligo, this fight is just really annoying. They took a really beautiful, kind of easy fight, if we're keeping it real, like the original Caligo, and they just made it super annoying. It's not too difficult. It's just like it's just gonna punish you because you're gonna try to get it done sooner than you should, right? Like you're gonna be like, okay, this is getting kind of boring. Let me finish this. But this is a stalling fight if I've ever seen one. It starts out in the freaking, you know what I mean? It starts out in the wait a while phase. You know what I mean? Just wait a while and deal with it. And then she does the stupid bubble. She puts on armor, and then it's like, dude, oh my gosh, you have to do so much just to do anything in this fight. It's such an annoying fight. And not much is even new. It's just purple instead of light blue. Excuse me at the burp. Sorry. I'm not cutting anything out. I'm lazy with my editing, bro. I don't cut anything out. This is all one take. But yeah, that's what I got for Caligo. I almost wanted to bump her up in the C tier just because I like the music and I like dragon fights. Yeah, I know. I'm different. I am different. I'm a different guy, bro. I like dragon fights, man. But yeah, I'm gonna be unbiased. This fight sucks. Everdark Tricephalos probably used to be the hardest one in my opinion out of all of these. Maybe still is the hardest one just because of the damage. Maybe yeah, this film might be the hardest ever dark in my opinion, just because of the damage. These guys do so much damage, dude. But the fight is pretty good. Um, is it gaping jaw good though? Not really. It's high B tier. Now, it's here with Everdark Libra. Imagine Everdark Libra was like all the way over here. Okay, you know what I mean? Tricephalos is all the way at the top. He's all the way at the bottom of the B tier. Um, Nobody's in the C tier, I guess. For the well, maybe the next one. But yeah, Everdark Tricephalos. This is a tough one, man. I still am not good at dodging that like triple dash, dog phase. Everything does so much damage, so it's a very punishing fight. but it's not like to the point of, okay, this is just absolute bullcrap. It's just like, okay, get ready for it. It's going to do a lot of damage. You just got to be prepared for this fight to do a lot of damage to you. And that's kind of it. Um, it's one of the easier ones technically because holy is a very common thing to get. So this fight could be over very quickly. Whereas a lot of these other ones, it's a little bit harder to finish these fights quickly. This is a fight that you can kind of finish a little bit fast because even like the stalling moments really don't take that long, even though there's like three different sets of them. But yeah, we'll move on. We're going to talk about the newest Everdark Balancers. And to put it into perspective, I did beat this boss 3 times just to get my my opinion set, just so I'm not going into it with a very like biased standpoint of oh this fight sucks, and I just fought her once and beat her once. I beat this the Balancers Everdark 3 times. I'd say that's pretty good. Okay, I'm not gonna go and do it like 2 more times, do 5 each. I don't even think I've beaten Sentient Pest 3 times. Okay, so maybe you can take that one with a grain of salt. But every one of these other ones I've beaten, I think more than 3 times by now. So my opinions are pretty damn good. Again, like I said, man, this is sponsored. This is a sponsored tier list, bro. This is the official tier list, man. But Everdark Balancers, dude, I don't mind them sitting up there in that C tier. They're just annoying enough to not go. But I would much rather, I think, fight Everdark Balancers. Maybe I'll switch these two. Let me see how that looks for a second. Let me talk about this fight and look at it like that. This fight is annoying as hell, but at the same time, it's not so bad. It's one of those fights where you just have to prepare for it. You just have to prepare yourself to do a lot of damage. Because if you're not killing the crackheads early, then they're gonna smoke you. Like their combos are gonna be so annoying. A second one's gonna come up on you, and they're not gonna ask you to shake the dreads. You know what I mean? They're not gonna they're not gonna ask you to flex your muscles for them. You know what I mean? These chicks don't care. They're crackheads. They're crazy. Their attacks are insane. If 2 of them are on you at once, it ain't a fun time. You know what I mean? That 2 man ain't good. It's bad. The slug phase, not so bad. It still is kind of weird though. I don't if that thing is like barreling at you, I still don't even know really what to do with that. Um, Everything looks cool. The attacks don't seem that like insane. Again, it's just one of those things where like where I'm playing Duchess, I have to make sure I get Shattering Crystal. I make sure I get that thing purple, just so that I can like either one tap or one tap with the reprise um, ability. Because if you're stuck on like one of the Valkyries for too long, this fight kind of drags on, and the more this fight drags on, you're gonna take hits. Uh, this is for sure probably a skip for Depth of Night alongside Sentient Pest. Not gonna lie, this is probably gonna be a skip for me. I don't want to fight this in Depth of Night. There's just no way. I don't see myself wanting to do that because even in the slug phase, there's just like those mandatory damage taking moments, or even if you kill her really quickly, you're still taking damage. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm dumb. When she's in that slug phase and she like puts her like whatever up in the air, and you're supposed to kill her there, is there a way to not take damage out of that? I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb for that. I'm pretty sure that's like just like a mandatory damage type of thing. But maybe there's a way to not take damage. I'm assuming there is because I'm assuming they're not going to do something that makes you take damage. Um, because that wouldn't really make any sense. Maybe you just have to be really far away. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I don't mind this fight being in B tier honestly with Tricephalos. It's pretty manageable, but again, it's like Tricephalos in that you have to prepare for it accordingly. These two, Gaping Jaw and Dark Drift Knight, you don't really have to prepare for these. You can kind of go into these and be Gucci, and everything's all cool. Same thing with Augur and um, Caligo. You don't really have to go into these expecting any or like preparing for anything except for like the element. Tricephalos, at least in my opinion, maybe I'm not good. That's just kind of a skill issue. I want to get damage negation just to make sure maybe like an uplifting aromatic or something, make sure I get all the flasks. This fight, I want to get all the flasks, I want to get big damage just so I can get those Valkyries out of the way pretty quickly. But yeah, we're at the 20-minute mark, man. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good for a 20-minute yap sesh. There's the list, dog. Um, Again, this is Everdark. Imagine that these are purple. This is the Everdark tier list, guys. This is it. This is the official, man. Um, yeah, bro. Let me know in the comments. You want to run up some games? I'm on PS4/5 servers. Yeah, bro. I've been feeling this game. I took like a month-long break. I'm feeling the game again. Kind of grinding. What else do I got to say? I don't really do an outro, do I? Give me some video ideas in the comments, bro. I'm thinking of a. I'm thinking of. I don't know what my next video. I had one before I took like that like couple month long hiatus. I had an idea. It was what the hell was I thinking of? I don't know, but it was probably something to do with a lot of yapping. If you guys like these yapping sessions, let me know if you want to see some live commentary gameplays, man. I'll gladly play like a boss, do the whole thing, and just do a live commentary. I'm kind of down for that. I might do that next, even if nobody wants to see it, which nobody probably does. Um, but yeah, I'll probably have that one out. We could do some relationship advice, some gym advice, some MMA advice. You guys want some MMA advice? some some theological advice, some philosophical advice. We can talk about anything. Anything except for talking to women because this is an Elden Ring Nightreign video and I'm out. What an excellent ending. Holy, that came together really good. Peace out.